Hey, what's up, coach? Welcome back to the podcast. Today is episode 167. That is a crap ton of podcasts that we've put out. And as you know, these podcasts, 100% of them are free. Never going to ask you to pay me to do these episodes. I do these because I know they're helpful. And we've gotten a lot of great responses recently that I see via email. And what I've noticed is a lot of coaches send me messages like on Instagram and via email, and they're like, hey, I really like that episode. It would mean 1,000 times more to me, instead of sending me an email or a DM about that, I'd rather you just leave the feedback here on iTunes, because that's really the thing that helps us grow this podcast. And when you do leave a review on iTunes and you take a screenshot of it, send me a DM on Instagram, and I will hook you up with our Startup Sports Academy business ebook and video series. It's a $97 product we sell on our website, and it's yours for free if you leave us a review. Now, in today's episode, this is one of those things that I wish I learned a long time ago, but it didn't really sink in until a couple years ago, and I would say 3 years ago to be exact. And what we're talking about here is making decisions. And I want you to put yourself in this scenario. The next time you go out to eat, are you always the person who's like, hey, where do you want to go? Or like, oh, I'll go wherever. Or are you the person who's like, yeah, we're going to go to this place at this time, and then we're going to do this after. And that person who is like leading the way is always good at making decisions. And I'm the type of person, I just like doing whatever everyone else wants to do in situations like that. But I realize, like, sometimes when I don't speak up, I'm not going to go have the meal that I want. That's just being straight up. It's like, I love this place called Chester's. If you ever come to San Antonio, I'll take you there. It's a great hamburger place. Sometimes when I go out to eat with my family, like, they'll ask, hey, where do you want to go? And I should just say that because that's what I want. But I'm just like, let's just do whatever. And so I probably don't get to have the meal that I want. And the thing is like, something's this small, like a decision that small, it's really not that important. But that becomes a habit in how you run your business. Because if you're really hesitant making decisions for your own business, well, guess what? Your progress will be extremely slow. This is one of those things that you have to get good at. So you could take any small example, like where you're going to go eat, or what you're going to wear that day, or what time you're going to be at the gym, or just making those types of little decisions allow you to make bigger, more important decisions, especially within your business. Allows you to make those decisions a lot easier. And I really do look at it, decisions, like in making decisions, it's almost like building muscle at the gym. And it takes time to get good at it. But the more you start making decisions, the less you hesitate. And I see it all the time. Coaches hit me up on Instagram. They're like, Ben, what can I do to get to the next level? And then I'll ask them, I'll say, well, what are you doing right now? And a lot of coaches will tell me, well, I want to do this, but I just don't think that it's going to work. And I tell everyone the same thing. Well, how do you know it's not going to work? You've never tried it. And think about that. These are things that can really drive your business forward. And I'll give you 3 examples. Shooting videos on Facebook consistently. The second one is having a newsletter. Like, automate that. Write out content. The third is like, be willing to get on the phone with prospects and start mastering your sales conversations. But again, a lot of coaches out here hesitate because they think the worst before it's ever going to happen. And I know, because I used to do that. And I'm just being brutally honest because I know I can relate to that. And all I can say to finish off this podcast is you really just got to sack up, start making decisions, because making zero decision is always going to hold you back. And one of the things I learned a couple years ago is making the wrong decision is better than making no decision at all. Because when you make the wrong decision, you learn from it. When you make no decision, you're going to regret. And that's it for today's podcast. If you want to learn more about how I can mentor you and take your business to the next level where we can work together, simply go to my website at www.buildmysportsbiz.com and click on the mastermind button. When you do that, that'll take you to a page where you can learn more about our mastermind program. And you'll see results from coaches who've gone through it. And I know if you're the right fit, then we'll move forward. But just go check that out whenever you have a second. I'll see you on tomorrow's episode.